just want to say Happy Youth Day to all the young people out there. I wish you are having a brilliant day and that you're using this time to reflect on the brilliant activities that happened on this day in 1976. And we do have a fight to fight. I've seen a lot of fights out there. I've seen people go to the streets. Maybe the question we need to start asking ourselves right now as this generation is, what kind of fight are we supposed to be fighting? What kind of battles are we supposed to be putting our energy towards it? Just like any other emotion, anger comes with a lot of energy. And there is a lot of energy out there, and that energy is coming through anger. Anger through the systems that are in place, anger through the things that have not been going right, anger through the unemployment of our young people, anger through the lack of the proper education or the quality of education that our young people may have expected to have to compete globally. Yesterday I was reading the IMB digital competitiveness rating, and I noted that South Africa sits there in position 48 out of 63 countries. Last year it was in position 49. On top there we've got the United States of America, then followed by Singapore and Sweden, which are some of the world powers. But that doesn't put us in a very bad spot. We may not look digital competitive, but one thing that we need to be asking ourselves as this generation is, do we really want to be going through ratings and trying to compare ourselves with the rest of the world? Or do we want to look around us and see what are the situations in our communities that we can have an impact? I mean, we're a clever generation. We are equipped with so much more than the 1976 generation was equipped with. We've got social media that break out the boundaries of globalization. It means we are connected to the United States, Singapore, and Sweden now than the previous generation could have been. I mean, it has become easier to actually borrow or to source knowledge from anywhere. So our intellectual capacity should never be so low, especially because we can source knowledge from anywhere. We are reading stuff, articles that we read. There's so many podcasts, there's so many video on YouTube, there's so many lessons, there's so many platforms to learn for free, even if there's no certification. But knowledge doesn't necessarily require certification. So as the youth of 2020 or the youth of 2020, I think we need to start asking ourselves questions like, what can we do with the resources that we are exposed to change the circumstances around our country? What can we do with the platforms that are already in place? And we must actually exercise a whole lot of wisdom right here. There's always an attempt to want to invent and to want to come up with new things. And we can, looking at the stats or the ratings, we do know that some of these global superpowers have already built some of these platforms in place. And in order to start building, actually making breaks, we may not be able to compete with the superpowers that are there. But let's use what they have created. That doesn't mean invention should not continue. People must continue inventing. People must continue making new things. But this generation must use the building blocks that are in place. Look at the social media platforms that you are busy in and that you spend most of your time in, and see how those can be utilized to better the lives of the society that you are in. You can be sitting in a village, you can be in a suburb, you can be in a township. There will be something that you can put together to solve the problems of our people or to solve the problem of this country. And that's where we start. There is platforms in place. Take some time to research. Find out what are some of the things that some countries are using to handle some of the societal problems.